Welcome back. This is Test 1 Loop 1 at the Hillbilly Sprint Enduro in Clanton, Alabama on March 24th, 2024. This is round 2 for the 2024 season for the Southern Enduro Riders Association. This is a Sprint Enduro format. If you're not familiar, Sprint Enduros are a race against the clock. Sprint Enduro formats vary to some degree, but in this case, riders are organized in rows of 4 and sent out on the course one at a time, 15 seconds apart. There are 2 tests. We'll run each test 4 times for a total of 8 timed sections. The lowest cumulative time wins. I'm on row 6 today with Logan Blizzard and Reggie Smith. Peter didn't show up, so it was just 3 of us on row 6. I'm racing in the B50 Plus class today. We had a great turnout at today's race with 16 of us in the B50 Plus class. We've got 4 Yamahas, 7 KTMs, 4 Husqvarnas, and 1 Suzuki. This is a dual sanctioned race with the Southern Enduro Riders Association and the Southeastern Enduro and Trail Riders Association. This is a really well attended race with 297 entries and 267 riders finishing at least one test. Slick. The dirt conditions are pretty slick as we're getting started. The last few weeks in central Alabama have been pretty rainy, so the roots in the Pine Eagles are really slick starting out. It started out cold this morning, but it's sunny with a high around 70, so perfect for racing. As you've noticed, I'm wearing a chest mount for my camera. I saw a lot of helmet cameras among riders in this race, but it was announced at the riders meeting that it was chest cam only, so I always follow those instructions when they're given. Tight, technical, and challenging are some words I would use to describe this property. The course has some steep downhills and good hill climbs with rocks and roots throughout. There goes Max Johnston in the B Open class. I tried to follow him to get around this rider, but I needed to be just a little quicker. Thank you! There's Carrie Pomerlow in the women's class. Hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Got a couple of tight wood sections coming up, so McLean Fryman got around me just in time. Don Ainsworth trying to get his bike started, so I'm going to see if I can follow McLean through the trail he's making. At the end of Test 1 Loop 1, I'm in 13th place with a time of 15 minutes, 18 seconds. On the way over to Test 2, somebody got a little excited and roosted some rocks my way and broke my tempered glass lens protector, so for the remainder of the video we'll have to put up with that crack showing up on the right side of the screen. This is the second time one of those lens protectors has saved me, and I highly recommend them. To have them for just about any brand and model of action camera, I'll include a link to them in the video description. Test 2 has this really steep downhill section with the creek crossing at the bottom. The last mile or so of Test 2 was some really fast flow and trail through these hardwoods. This section was a lot of fun. finished test 2 loop 1 in 11 minutes 38 seconds, and I moved up from 13th to 11th. I'm back in the tight section of test 1, and there's a guy stuck on the root. There aren't many options, so I waited a minute and I decided to try to get around to the left. At the end of test 1 loop 2, I'm still in the 11th place. Back to test 2, and it looks like there's a little action on this steep downhill. You can't see it on camera, but I'm waiting on somebody that's stuck in the creek. I want to make sure they were clear before I started down.
Woo! Woo! Here it comes!
This off-camber hill climb got a little tricky too before the day was out. I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. I completed test 2 loop 2 in 11 minutes 52 seconds with a cumulative time of 54 minutes 24 seconds, and I'm still in 11th place.
I watched your YouTube video last night.
Oh, cool.
Last year.
Thank you.
I don't know who that kid was, but thank you for watching the videos, buddy. I appreciate it. Road selection can be a big factor in enduros, and in this case I was having to pass 5 or 6 riders each loop, and I was also getting passed by 3 or 4, so that's not the greatest situation on short tests. It's just the luck of the draw sometimes.
Thank you.
In this tight section, there just wasn't anywhere to move out of the way. The trail split right here. The left line is slower, but I tried it anyway to see if I could get around the traffic. No luck. I completed test 1 loop 3 in 14 minutes 45 seconds, and I moved up to 10th place.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's that off-camber hill climb I mentioned earlier. I completed test 2 loop 3 in 11 minutes 26 seconds, and I'm still in 10th place. Test 1 loop 4 and test 2 loop 4 were pretty uneventful. I rode consistently, and I was even getting a little faster throughout the day. I finished in 10th place with a cumulative time of 1 hour 46 minutes 20 seconds. Huge thanks to Brian Petty, David Vines, Mike Land, Chad Gray, and all the others who helped make this race a success. This race was technical, challenging, fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you enjoy these race recap videos, please hit the like button, share it with your friends on social media, and leave a comment. That really helps me out. Thanks for watching.